Hey, Tubers, got a little pre-Christmas, early Christmas gift box here from the tuledude89. Awesome. Look at what I got here. Sent me just all kinds of crazy cool stuff. Okay, look at these things here. Now these are out of mahogany obsidian. Look how thin that thing is in the center of it. I mean, I just can't imagine something like this surviving out there in nature. But it did. There's a very, very distinct aged patina. I think they call it hydration layer on it. I think it's darn near 6 inches long. Very cool. Obsidian needles is technically what they are. And man, they look like they'd be some really interesting and useful tools. They're naturally occurring. Certain things happen to make obsidian nodules shatter in the ground. I don't know if it's pressure or ground movement or what, but in certain situations there'll be a whole nodule of crushed up little things like this that all hold together until you kind of pull them apart, or so my friend over here was just recently telling me. He doesn't want to be on camera. I don't blame him. Look at the tip on that little tiny thing. How cool. And I mean, these are just obsidian, which is naturally occurring volcanic glass. Beautiful little things. I just love this whole package that Tuledude sent me. It blew me away. Okay, here is a great big, really it's a prismatic blade. It's a big spall of obsidian, but it's been used like a little square knife or a chisel kind of a thing here. Here's another one, pretty cool, from that Northern California obsidian up there. Very cool stuff. I used to kind of disdain obsidian, and I'm really developing an appreciation for it again. He also sent me just some crazy things. Here's a little vesicular basalt tool that's got a very distinct groove in it. Now, I would argue that it's probably like a bark stripper for arrows, you know, like arrow shaft abrader, not a straightener, but an abrader. This rough vesicular basalt would be really good for grinding on a piece of wood with. And then he sent me this little things. These three little things. He calls them bolus stones. And notice they're very distinct football shape to them. And this is out of some really kind of hard rock. I don't know, almost looks like, what would you say that kind of rock is there, my friend? You got a guess on that stuff? Yeah, it's rock. It's serious rock, maybe a basalt. But they got the little football-shaped ends on them, and he calls them bolus stones. He says that there have been some of these with this very distinct little football ends on them found with the leather in dry caves, with the leather still kind of rotting away, but intact, wrapped around them for where they were, you know, make like a little leather pouch to tie them up in so that you could secure them to the ends of your cordage or rawhide strappage or whatever you got there that, you know, is for the functioning bola strings. But I just love them. He blew me away. I couldn't believe, man, I don't know, I couldn't give away a cool package like this at gunpoint, man. I don't know how Tuledude did it. I just love it. He just absolutely made my day. And he sent me this cool little scrapery thing. Well worked. Cool little guy. Out of some really kind of interesting flint. It's got deep creek stain patina on it. Caliche kind of stuff. But I just wanted to show you real quick. Now here is my little charm stone that I found that's basically the same deal. Got little football shaped ends on it. When I first found it, it was like the outside of it got real gray and chalky looking. And I just loved this thing so much. When I first found it, I carried it around in my pocket for about 6 months. It got really shiny, really shiny. I probably shouldn't have done that, but you know, I'm an idiot, and it's pretty well known. But it just fits in there and looks like it should be you know, it's almost like whatever these things were, this thing should have, except for I know this thing here to be what's called an egg stone, which was a female fertility symbol that was used basically in fertility rituals. You know, like if a girl was kind of having trouble conceiving and carrying or whatever, they'd do a, you know, little, you know, kind of almost voodoo-like or, you know, sympathetic magic ceremony and use this here as, you know, involved in it somehow. I've got a couple of others of them that were, you know, they kind of napped out pretty. This one here was in a fire. I actually think that this one here is sandstone, but it's been in a big fire. I found this on top of an asphaltum seep that had burned, and so this thing here, it kind of got cooked in the fire. Now here is a little stone that I would consider to be a candidate for a bola stone, just because somebody has painstakingly napped a little ring in it, like they were almost going to try and make like a grooved axe or something like that. But it almost has the look of a little hammerstone about the end of it too. But anyway, okay, so went out and out to the desert over the weekend, and I picked up a bunch. Oh wait, let me do some other artifacts here first. Okay, now my friend who come by has found these recently. This is a felsite? Yeah, felsite, little, probably, what do you call it? What's the name of it? Pinto basin. That's the word I was looking for. I kept wanting to say agate basin. But anyway, it's a little pinto basin, probably a knife. What a cool little thing. He found it a few blocks from his house, he said. Okay, now here's another one that's a little closer to the coast. Almost a little Malaga Cove, maybe. I don't know. It's old though. Very cool. Here's a little, just a cool little scraper tool. And then now here, a lot of people wouldn't recognize this as being a tool, but it most definitely is. It's a little scraper. See, you got the 3 blades off that side, and then 3 more knocked off over here, and your uniface solid piece on the bottom. Yeah. And oh, so me and Rusty went out to the desert, and we were stealing flint out of the desert. This red jasper, highly agatized red jasper. Got a few pretty nice pieces, you know, fairly good size. Got some good points in there, if I can talk Rusty out of them. He found all the really good, really big ones, and he just keeps them as natural stones. But he's actually an agate collector. He collects wind polished agates, that kind of stuff. But anyway, I've got a big old box of these, of this beautiful, where's the light at? There. Beautiful red, glossy, deep, purpley jasper. Now I got some to play with, and my old napper bud over here, who pretty much taught me what little I know about napping, is been playing around with some this morning. And let me get some light here. Yeah. And this is some of his efforts this morning. It's made up a few nice little interesting things. Beautiful stuff. I don't know if my old camera is getting the colors and stuff in this, but there's some beautiful color in these little things. Man, there's some beautiful points waiting to get out of this stuff here. Beautiful points. Now, this material is really highly agatized, and here's an example of what occurs sometimes when you're getting that agatization process going on. You'll have a little cavity like this right here, which will actually fill up with little tiny quartz crystals inside. You see those in there? That's kind of cool. You know you got really cool rock if it's got a little pocket like that around there. It makes it murder to nap, but still it means that the part of it that's good is going to be nice and well, that silica is going to have invaded it really well and kind of congealed it and it made it harder and glassier than just plain old jasper. Plain old jasper is kind of grainy. And here's some gold stuff, kind of a gold jaspery stuff out of a place called Last Chance Canyon. And it's got a real nice little pocket of that crystal-y stuff working in it. Yeah. Where's the light? There's a light. There's a light. Yeah. Out here hunting in the Mojave. We've been looking for an old seam of really nice jasper, and I don't know how well you can see up there, but some stinking guys have come out here with bulldozers and just cut away into it. Looks like they might have mined every bit of it and hauled it off in dump trucks. But we'll find out. Rusty's been up there investigating. We got a little storm coming in out here in the Mojave. Kind of a little bit of rough weather about to try and blow in on us. See all the dust out there? That's the way it is out in the Mojave. It's a dusty place. Okay, well, hey, thanks, Tubes.